right, the acronym is CLEAR. So for those of you writing notes, first thing you want to do, if you're actively waiting, you get clear. The C in CLEAR means get clarity on what you're looking for. Now, have any of you guys ever been in a 3D movie? And you know what happens when you go into that 3D movie, they give you a certain set of glasses that you need, right? Because you need a certain type of vision to be able to see what's going to be taking place, right? The same, if you don't use those glasses, if you don't have that vision, things are going to be blurry. They're going to be a little off. You're not even really going to be able to understand what's going on, right? Now, the same thing that God is doing when you're actively waiting, he wants you to put on his vision through his glasses so you can see things. Because if not, things will be blurry. You'll be looking at somebody, you think, oh, that's Miss Right or that's Mr. Right. And no, they're right now. They're not Mr. Right and Miss Right. But you've got to have the right vision. You've got to get clear on what you want. Because we're running into relationships based on what we see on social media. This person's booed up. This person's going here and there. So then we start painting a picture for our lives based on what we're seeing in someone else's lives, not recognizing that God says, hey, this, that's their path, but this is your path. So don't get so focused on looking at what someone else is doing that you miss what God is doing right there for you. So while you're actively waiting, one of the first things you need to do is get clear on what you want.
Also, you want to be clear on who you are and where you want to go or where you should be going. Because a lot of times we're looking for someone to complete us. We say, I need somebody to complete me. We watched the movie Boomerang, something that might be kind of old, and he's like, I can't breathe without you. You complete me. Well, no, you need to be complete yourself. You need to know who I am. Okay, I'm Eric Hylick, and I'm a child of God, right? I need to know where I'm going, my purpose in life. Because sometimes we're still trying to find what we're going to do. What's my purpose? What's my mission? What do I want to do? Is it to work here or go there or make a career here or start my own business, or am I going to be a minister, or am I going to be a pastor? What you need to find out who you are first before you go try to join to someone else. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So the second letter, the L in CLEAR, stands for love yourself first. Too many times we're finding people while they're in waiting, they're looking for others to love them. They're looking for others to make them feel loved. And the first thing you got to do is love yourself. How is someone else going to love you if you don't love you? Think about what you're giving out. People, you're going to attract different sets of people to you, but some of these people that prey on you, they can sense someone with low self-esteem. They can sense someone that's struggling in different areas, and that's what you're giving off. And guess what? That's the people you attract. But you've got to love yourself. For women, recognize your value. Do not be afraid to walk away. Sometimes we spend so much time focusing on Mr. Wrong, he's occupying the space for Mr. Right. And it's more than just those relationships. We got to think about business relationships, family relationships. You've got to love yourself first. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
All right.
So what's the next one? E?
E.
Express what you expect.
Yes. Your potential partner is not a mind reader. If anybody is applying for a job, the job is not going to just drop in your lap, right? You're going to have to do some things. You're going to have to create a resume. You're going to have to apply. Of course, we all believe God for favor, but there are some things that you are going to have to do. So one is going to be express what you expect. A person is going to treat you how you teach them to treat you. And it's not like you're being controlling, but you've got to have love for yourself. You have to have your own set of values. You're going to teach somebody, okay, what's acceptable or not. And since my daughter's not here, I can use her as an example, and I won't get the side eye. She's in college now, and of course, you have young men that are going to try to date her. But when she was home, and I told her, I said, you've got to, she would tell me, oh, Mom, this is what I saw on social media, and this guy has a girlfriend, this person. Okay, fine. But when a young man is approaching you, what's your expectation? Look at the things that he's saying to her, how he's treating her. Is that how you want to be treated? And she said, no. And I asked her, what are you looking for? Well, I want him to come pick me up. Okay. Well, I want him to open a car door. Okay, I want X, Y, and Z. And what she had to learn in her communications with other, when he took her out, hey, are you going to open the car door? He's like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. You express, that's what you expect. When they're talking to you and they start using profanity and all this stuff, say, hey, hold up. I'm not sure who you're accustomed to dealing with, but that's not acceptable to me. I appreciate it if you don't talk to me like that. And they're like, okay, cool. Now, if you're going to allow people to slide by and treat you any kind of way, that's exactly what you're going to receive. But when you start to express what you expect, they're going to recognize this is a different type of woman that I'm dealing with. I can't treat her any kind of way. I can't talk to her any kind of way. And the same thing for men. Do you want a woman that's going to talk to you any kind of way? That's going to treat you any kind of way? You want somebody that's always going to have their hands in your pocket? Yeah, say, hold up. You know, you got to establish some boundaries. And it's not teaching people to disrespect one another, but it's a matter of expressing what you expect. Using your communication. We have these mouths that we use for so many different things. We can use our mouths to praise the Lord. We use it in prayer. Why can't you tell someone so you can set the atmosphere for your level of expectation?
Now,
so the next R, and this is really, really important. I need you to make sure that you're recognizing red flags. And not only recognizing, do not ignore them. Oftentimes when you're actively dating and you want to get married, you ignore the anger issues. You ignore the financial mismanagement. You ignore those little red signs. Oh, he didn't mean that. Oh, she didn't mean that.
Because you're too busy thinking about how fine they are.
Yeah, and that's true. You get in relationships like, oh, God, he's fine. Well, tell me.
I don't want to be alone.
Or they say, well, what does he want to do at school? I don't know. So many questions. I don't know. You're just so busy staring at them. They're staring at you. And you're sending the text messages, and you get these giddy feelings. But what's beyond that? Where are they now? Where are they aspiring to be? Have some serious conversations. I've had so many young ladies come to me, and they start talking about these red flags, and I'm like, okay, well, is this something new? Well, he did that before, but I just assumed. No, don't assume anything. Start having these conversations. Ask them questions. Find out about their relationship with their family. If you're planning on spending the rest of your life with someone, you need to know what kind of relationship does he have with his mother? If this person has a horrible relationship with their mother, they're disrespecting their mother, what do you think is going to happen?